Today, we'll be dealing with verbs, regular and irregular verbs. How to conjugate. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. If you find anything interesting in these videos, please subscribe to our channel. Now, these verbs are considered irregular verbs. Irregular. What does that mean? Look at these verbs going across. Here we have estar, ser, ir, tener, vivir. Most people consider these irregular because there's something not consistent about them. So, for example, the Y here, there's a Y here, there's no Y in the others. There's a G here and there's a G here, which you don't see in the others. So this is why they're considered irregular verbs. But today, we're really going to deal with regular verbs more than anything. But just be conscious that there are regular verbs and irregular verbs. Verbs demand some action. There's a movement associated with verbs. So to jump, so I jump, you jump, they jump, we jump. To walk, to eat, they all have a movement, and it's a call to do something. To pay, it's a call to action to do something. I don't know where, throw papers in the air. So there's an action associated with each verb. So these are regular verbs. You will see why they're considered regular verbs. So here we have two AR verbs, right? Hablar and estudiar, both AR ending. Comer and correr, which are ER verbs, ending in ER. Vivir and recibir, to receive, both IR verbs. So you have two of each. Remember, you have AR, ER, and IR. Now, they are considered regular verbs because once you take away whatever verb ending it is, so in this case it's AR, you take away that, right? And you're left with this, a stem. HABL is the stem of the verb. And you can tell that every conjugation going down, yo, tú, usted, going down has the same stem, right? The same stem, right? And that's why we call these regular verbs. So to conjugate, you remove the verb ending, AR, ER, or IR, and then you assume the correct letters that are missing. So, yo hablo, you added an O. Now, look at, there's some similarities depending on the subject pronoun. So, yo hablo, yo estudio, ending in O, right? O. Yo como, yo corro, all ending in O. Yo vivo, yo recibo, all ending in O. So there's similarities that you have to look at, for example, this chart and decide and notice actually what is the something that is the same, that is consistent. So for example, when you conjugate with nosotros, we, the ending is always MOS, 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 right? So this is an AR verb here. It's AMOS, AMOS. These are ER verbs, EMOS, EMOS, right? These are the IR verbs, IMOS, IMOS, and so on. So that is what you have to be conscious of. So here we are with the stem. So hablar, this is the stem of the verb. Like I said, this is the stem. Doesn't matter what pronoun, subject pronoun you're conjugating with, the stem is the same. That's why they're regular. Comer, to eat. the same. You remove the verb ending, ER. This is an ER verb. You remove that and you add the ending to that. Vivir, to live, same. Remove IR. VIR is the stem. Okay? So a regular verb, the stem is always the same. And here you have the conjugation, the three verbs conjugated. Yo hablo, yo como, yo vivo. Tú hablas, tú comes, tú vives. Usted habla, usted come, usted vive. And so on. Nosotros hablamos, comemos, vivimos. Ustedes hablan, comen, viven, etc. Right? So you see how we kept the stem and we added the correct ending. So by looking at this, you can really say, you can memorize and say something about these verbs. And that is that anytime you add or anytime you conjugate an AR verb with yo, it ends in o. And these end in o as well. So if it's a regular verb and you conjugate with yo, I do something, I eat, I run, I walk, I talk, it ends in o, right? Like you saw the previous. Tú, if it's an AR verb, it ends in AS. If it's an ER verb, it ends in ES, and also ES for IR verbs. There's always similarities between these two when you're talking about IR verbs. So let's look at that. So look at that. Usted with the E, right? Ends in an E, ends in an E. Here is a change, and here is the same. Okay? So you have to memorize that. Notice it and memorize that. Kind of memorize that in the back of your head. And remember that these are considered regular verbs. So you just have to remember that the yo form is very different from all the other conjugations. So yo estoy, yo soy, yo voy, yo tengo, yo vengo. And then the rest are kind of similar to the regular verbs. And that is it for today. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe to the channel. Enjoy your day.